Hello guys, welcome back to Backend-diaries. This is day 4 and last day, if you have seen my last video, then you would have known that last day I have given a brief summary about the difference between the relational database and the non-relational database, right? Today I am going to show you the diagrammatical form, okay? The basic difference in the diagrammatically I am going to show. So let's see. So in relational database, as I have said that at first we have a database. Let me change the color. We have a database, right? We have a database. Then inside the database we have a table, right? We have a table. Let me write the names. This is the outside part is database, inside part is table, right? And inside the table we have the datas, or you can say them as records in the form of rows and columns, right? Here there will be the headings, here there will be the headings, right? And here there will be the data. Dot. So I hope you are getting my point, right? So I hope you got my point. This is the basic. This has become a bit larger. Let me write it in the below. Okay, here. Now it's good. Now the basic thing is, this is a relational database which we have a database. Inside the database we have a table in which the data are stored in the form of rows and rows and columns, right? That's the case. But in case of a non-relational database, at first the same thing is, we have a database just like non-relational database. Okay, we have a database. Let me write it as database. Inside the database, in place of table, we have columns. We have let me take another. We have columns. I'm telling collections. We have collections. We have collections. So this is called collections. I'm writing COL, collections, short form, collections. Okay, inside the collections we have documents like this. Documents. Okay, inside the documents we have data. Now as we have seen that here the data are stored in the form of table, right? In the form of rows and columns. In the first row there will be the headings, and from the second row the data will begin, right? But here the data are present in the form of key value pair, like key value pair, just like JavaScript objects. Key value pair, there will be key value pair like that. Here will be the what you were calling heading. In the place of key there will be the heading. In the place of value there will be the data, actual data. Now the basic difference, if you have remembered, I have told you that the basic difference between relational database and the non-relational database is, we have to define at first only we have to define what type of data we are going to store, right? Here only, while we are creating the table, we just define that it is an integer type, it is a varchar type, like that, right? In relational database. But in case of a non-relational database, we don't define that what type of data we are going to store. Here what happens is, it may vary. The data here may not be the same, means the type of data here may not be the same here. Suppose I have stored here name. Okay, I have stored here name, but here I can store as ID. That's the case. Name, let me write name. That's the case. Here if I have stored as contact number, here I can store it as email. Here I have stored as email. It may vary. Actually, that's the case. That's the main case between relational database and the non-relational database. Okay, that in case of relational database, all the data are predefined, but in non-relational database the data are not predefined. That's the case. Now let me show you what are the things we write in the code and how it impacts in the database. Let's show you. So in the code, what we do at first, we set up the database. We set up the database I'm writing too badly. Database setup. Okay, due to this, what happens is, in the database, means in the MongoDB, what happens is database creation happens, or we can write database forms. Okay, this is the thing we write in the code. We write a code of setup, database setting up, right? Due to that code, database is set up, database forms in the MongoDB database. Understood? In the MongoDB. Sorry guys, a very bad cough came right now, so there was a problem. So let's just continue. Okay, so we at first, what we do is we write a code of database setup using Mongoose. Mongoose is a library using which we set up the database. Okay, due to that code, a database is formed in the MongoDB website or local if you're using in that. Okay, that's the case. Second, whenever let me give it an arrow for better understanding. This actually impacts this. When we write this happens. That's the case, nothing else. Okay, now the second thing is, whenever we write about models in another term model, we write the code of model. Okay, so what happens is, collections are formed. Collections are formed. Understood? So the basic thing now, what are models? Models are nothing. You can understand that models equals to collections. Models are only collection, just the separate names, separate terms. For coding purpose we use models, and for the database purpose we use collections. It's just the difference of name. The code is called model. The code which we write, that part is called the model part. And that model part is used for creating the collections. That's it, nothing more hard, just the difference of names. You can understand models equals to collections, nothing else. Understood? Next is where is the green? Next is called schema. Schema is CHEMA. Schema. And again, schema means, when we write the code of schema, what is formed? Documents. Understood? That's the case. Document means set of data, set of type of data. That's it, nothing else. Schema is equal to documents. we write the code of schema due to which documents is formed. It is just same as this one. Model equals to collections, schema equal to documents. Don't get confused. In industry level, sometimes they will be saying that write the code of model, change the code of model. What about the model? This, which means if they are telling about model, which means you have to understand they are telling about collections. Or else, if they are telling about collections, that change the collection, change this and that, update the collection like that, then understand that they are telling about model, change the code of model or update the code of model. Like same goes for documents and schema. If they are telling you something about documents, understand that you have to make or update the schema, nothing else. Or if they are telling about schema, just understand that you have to update or do something with the documents. That's it. So database setup impacts database formation. So model, when we write the code of model means collection formation, schema means document formation. That's it, guys. It's that simple. Don't make it more complex. It's that simple. So I hope you like this video, and that's it for today. Just go on coding, go on learning more and updating yourself. So goodbye.